Hello everyone, welcome. So today I want to talk about self-care and relationships and how important it is to have a healthy relationship and how important it is to take care of yourself. I know this from experience that when I was in high school, I was in a really unhealthy relationship that went on until I was out of high school. I was with a man who is not a bad person, but we were toxic for each other, and I didn't know what this relationship was doing to me. I had a really bad eating disorder. I never looked in the mirror and thought that I was beautiful, ever. I thought I needed to lose weight, I needed to be better. I wasn't enough. I was afraid of everything. I never stood up for myself. I didn't have a backbone. I was with a man who couldn't take care of himself, and so I found myself taking care of him. I found myself, I was younger than him, and I was going to school full-time, working full-time. I wasn't doing good. And so it took 2 years for me to finally realize what this relationship was doing to me, and it took me a lot of healing and it took a long time. And it wasn't until I got out of this relationship that I took a step back and I realized, wow, why would I have done this to myself? You know, I had no idea. I was completely clueless. I had my family and friends that were worried about me. I was 30 pounds smaller than I am now, and I didn't take care of myself at all. I didn't do anything for myself. I only did stuff for other people, and it's not selfish to take care of yourself first. If something is doing harm to you, then you should take yourself out of that situation. So I joined a teacher training. I went to one class, and I was like, I want to be a yoga teacher. These women and men are so empowering and positive, and the way that they carried themselves, the way that they treated others, the way that they made me feel is how I wanted to make other people feel. So I joined this teacher training thinking I'm just going to be a yoga teacher, but I had no idea what it was going to do for me. I remember going through the different phases because it was kind of a year-long process of 10 days in and out of training. And I remember looking at myself in the mirror for the first time, and I just started crying. I looked at my body and I saw myself as me, and I realized what I had been doing to myself. I saw myself as a human who had gained a little bit of weight, and it was healthy. I needed to gain the weight. And I was so obsessed with getting smaller and skinnier and making my clothes, if my clothes were tight, I was like, oh my gosh, it shouldn't be about the weight. It should be about how you feel. And so I went through the whole training. I learned about self-care. I realized, I had no idea. And so now I live on sharing my story. I live on building other people up, teaching each other how to take care of themselves and how important self-care really is. Because if you don't have self-care, then you shouldn't be in a relationship. If you don't know how to love yourself, then you can't be in any kind of relationship. Friendship-wise, relationship-wise, family-wise, taking care of yourself and learning how to love yourself is the hardest thing, and it's something that I see so many people face every single day. It's not something that you can just do. You have to start taking small steps backwards and reevaluating and, not overworking yourself and not always having to do stuff to please other people. Because if you aren't making yourself happy, then how can you truly make other people happy? If you are in a toxic relationship, then, what is that going to do for you? And you shouldn't let other people be your happiness. If you are happy with yourself, then no one can take that from you. No one can bring you down, And so I'm just here to talk about self-care and relationships and how important it is to love yourself, with time, You don't have to start big. You can just take little small things. Like, I used to say yes to everything, and now I look at my calendar and I'm like, I'm really busy this week. So maybe instead of planning every single day to do something with other people, to make other people happy. I'm going to take one day on that calendar, one day a week, one day a month. You should do one day a week. And I'm just going to write self-care, and I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to go rock climbing that day. I might just stay in bed and write that day, or sing songs and dance around in my house by myself while I bake cookies and hang out with my Labradoodle and just do something that makes me happy, you know? You have to make yourself happy so that you can make other people happy. So I hope that, you know, if you are in a toxic relationship or you are unhappy, that you can watch this and maybe open your eyes a little bit to take the small steps that are going to change your life. It took me a long time. I mean, I was terrified to share my story, terrified to talk about this with other people. My toxic relationship that I was in, I hid from everybody. I didn't talk to my friends about it. I didn't talk to my family about it. I was scared, and I loved that person very much, but sometimes love is not enough. If you are in a relationship that's doing more harm to you than love, then what is that going to do for your future and for you? So take action and do the stuff right now that is going to make you a better you, so that you can share that with other people. So just a short clip. I just wanted to talk about that today. I have so much that I want to talk about, so much that I want to share with so many people. Every day I wake up and I have this happiness inside of me that I've created myself, and it's taken a long time. It's taken a lot of pain and tears and struggles to get where I am, but I'm here and I want to share it with you guys because I want you to be where I'm at, and I can't say it enough. So this is the easiest way that I can get my word out to all of you, and I want to hear your opinions. I want your feedback, anything that you guys want me to talk about. I want to talk about it with you. So I hope that you enjoy this short clip, and I will see you guys later. Self-care. Take care of yourself. Take that one day out of your day, out of your calendar, out of your month, and do something for you. Please. I promise you, you won't regret it.